most likely topping out primarily mid to upper 60s. Now, let's talk about visibility because it's terrible, especially farther to the north, getting some dense fog around DeKalb, down toward Pontiac, into Morris. So the Weather Service actually issued a special weather statement for that fog that has kind of woven its way inward a little more away from this dense fog advisory in effect up into southern Wisconsin, Lake Geneva areas, Racine, Pleasant Prairie, and then northern Cook County up toward Lake and McHenry. That's in effect until 10 a.m. There have been a couple little isolated showers in the area this morning. No thunder, however. It's tomorrow when we are really highlighting the potential for a thunderstorm to become severe. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has placed us under a level 3 risk for what they are calling numerous severe storms. As I look at everything more locally, I'm thinking it would be of a more isolated nature, and this is the time frame we are closely monitoring tomorrow evening. The Beyonce concert fits into this time frame, so it's definitely something to keep an eye on. The main threat with any storms tomorrow is going to be the potential for large hail. And as you look, here's Futurecast 5 p.m. So off to the north, perhaps a little scattering, but a lot of the activity of the strongest nature appears to be north and east of us. So again, we're still over 24 hours away from all of that, and it just bears a close eye, which we will keep on it. 57 degrees right now at O'Hare. Fair amount of cloud cover, but the sun is breaking through. Those highs today up around 80, but yes, cooler along the lake. Record high tomorrow, Diane, 91. I'm going with 90, which I know you don't like either.
Oof, no, I'm looking forward to that weekend where it's nice and comfortable out there on the roads. Yeah, we got growing travel times. Everything's still under an hour, though, on any expressway you choose. Tollways are looking good, too. We do have a couple of incidents for you. We start on the northbound side of the tri-state. Speaking of the tollway near Cicero, we do have a crash there. Sounds like it involves a semi, but it's on the shoulder. But it is causing just a little bit of a delay as folks are passing that crash. They're tapping the brakes, so that's what's causing that delay. Ongoing issue on I-55 still there, though. It's on the southbound side. It's a crash past I-80. State police are with it. Does involve a semi. Sounds like it's on the shoulder, but we're definitely seeing a delay in that area. Let's check some of your travel times. We're going to start things off with that Kennedy coming inbound from O'Hare. 50 minutes to get to downtown, 45 on the way outbound. Taking a look at the Edens into that backed up Kennedy Junction, that's 20 minutes, no problems outbound. The Eisenhower, 40 minutes on the inbound side, 33 on the way outbound. Stevenson, 35 minutes, 30 minutes on the way out. The Dan Ryan coming in 95th Street to downtown at 25, 15 minutes on the way outbound. And the Bishop Ford heading into the Ryan is 20 minutes. No major problems on the outbound side. It's 18 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Diane. We are getting you climate ready with a very unique twist on food rescue. So each year, the Northern Illinois Food Bank provides more than 90 million meals to people across 13 counties.
And as Tracy tells us, the food bank is also helping to feed rescued wildlife while reducing food waste.
Yeah, the Northern Illinois Food Bank. I mean, what an incredible idea. So yes, expired or discolored meat and fish, not safe for us to eat, but it's okay for some wild animals. The Big Run Wolf Ranch in Lockport has been picking up meat and fish from the food bank's South Suburban Center in Joliet for 10 years now, essentially feeding the animals the food bank's leftovers.
There's a total of 16 animals here, 7 which are seniors. Big Run Wolf Ranch is a wildlife education facility that specializes in the education of mostly North American wildlife. And partnered with the food bank for well over 10 years now. And we usually pick up meat about every 2 weeks or so, depending on the time of year.
At Northern Illinois Food Bank, we believe in full bellies. We want every person in Northern Illinois to have enough food to thrive. We also want the same for our furry friends. So through our partnership with the Big Run Wolf Ranch, we're able to provide proteins that are not safe for humans to eat, but are perfect for tigers and wolves and bears here at the ranch.
Wild animals have very strong enzymes in their stomachs, and that's why in the wild they can eat these rotting carcasses and not get sick from it.
We've donated over 300,000 pounds of food to the ranch. The greenhouse gas emissions that would have come off of those meats if we put them into the landfill, we have diverted what the equivalent is of 110 cars coming off the road for an entire year.
Being a nonprofit, you know, we completely survive off donations from the public or donations from the food bank. A lot of the animals that are here were either rescued from USDA facilities that were shut down or people who had them illegally. Our American black bear Kuma, who's 26 this year, he was rescued from animal control. They had taken him from a lady who had bought him in Kankakee for $300. The bear really prefers salmon. He's got expensive taste. He loves salmon. When it comes to the tiger, this time of year he's getting about 18 pounds of food, and that could be turkey, a little bit of fish, venison, goose meat, beef, pork, things like that. We tried to give some snacks to Amau and Luna, our wolves in the enclosure, but of course it's hot today, and sometimes when it's hot they choose not to eat. Sometimes they even do what's called caching, where they dig a hole and they'll bury meat and they go back to it later when they actually do want to eat something. We're a very hands-on facility. Me and the volunteers like to interact with the animals. I think it's a really special place because, you know, people can come here and we're one-on-one with you. Maybe they won't be petting, you know, wolves and tigers, but they can at least get a one-on-one experience with them, us there with you, teaching you all about them.
Wow. It's unbelievable that this is in our area and that this family really has taken it upon themselves to provide this sanctuary. It's a non-profit ranch, so any money that's saved goes toward the animals, like for food supplements, building bigger and better enclosures. We have a link on the website if you would like to help them out. The visits, you can visit, but you have to make an appointment. So I would encourage you to go to our website, find out how you can do that. The animals, they're not pets, so they're not domesticated, but they are tamed. And I understand our crew, so Sandra and Blanca were out there, our crew, and Casey put this all together. They said the turkey followed them around. And that they could even pet the turkey. The turkey was very fond of them, which I understand.
What about the pig?
Terrell's buddy.
That's my friend, yeah.
Yeah. I did
with the underbite?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah, so ugly, he's cute, actually. Yeah, that was really great, Tracy.
Oh, I love that place.
We'll get a break in here. We're back after this.
TV's #1 entertainment talk show is doing big numbers. Over 1,500 costumes, more than 100 stumps.
Guess what, Mark? You are so wrong.
300+ stars a year.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
And 15 Emmys.
It's actually 16, humbly.
Respectfully.
Count on Live to make your morning shine.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekdays at 9 on ABC 7. Wake up with meteorologist Tracy Butler on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
A chance of sprinkles with a blast of heat. When meteorologist Tracy Butler steps in the kitchen, she's learning from the best Chicago area chefs.
They're so good.
And cooking up a storm. Thursdays on Eyewitness News at 11 a.m.
The latest breaking news to start your afternoon. First at 4. Join Rob Elgas and Judy Sue. Plus meteorologist Larry Mowry with the AccuWeather forecast. ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4. The ABC 7i team, Chicago's investigative leader. Investigative reporter Liz Nagy.
Exposing potential threats.
Investigative reporter Mark Rivera.
Uncovering the truth.
Consumer investigator Samantha Chapman.
Saving you money.
Consumer investigator Jason Knowles.
Helping you avoid rip-offs and scams.
See what the I-Team uncovers next, only on Eyewitness News, or wherever you stream ABC 7 Chicago.
Chicago made me who I am. I came here for journalism school. I learned how to do what I do in this city. And then when I had the chance to really grow my career, this is exactly where I wanted to be. In Chicago and at ABC 7. I owe everything to this city. I am a Chicagoan.
All right, we have quite a bit of fog in the area this morning, especially going northward, but also getting some poor visibility out toward DeKalb and down toward Morris now, too. Going to be another pretty warm day, but cooler lakeside. Diane.
We do have a crash off of the expressways. That's where we start. In Grays Lake, Allegheny Road and Route 120. Take a look at the big picture. All the expressways, yeah, definitely busy, but everything right now, in or out of the city, running under an hour.
All right, coming up next live on our ABC 7 a.m. streaming newscast, we are talking tacos, tequila, and summer bucket list bliss. Our friend from Chicago, Bucket Listers, will share how you can turn up the heat and cool down in style this summer. So join us wherever you stream ABC 7.
God, that sounds good. Looks good.
Ooh,
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we got time. I can do this. I want to give a happy birthday to Miss Vassie Graves, who's turning 104 years old today.
Oh my
We have a picture of her, I believe. Her granddaughter.
I have a passion for puzzle building, and I really look at weather forecasting like puzzle pieces to fit together to help people plan for their day. Live Doppler 7 Max has been such an important tool for us, and with our experience, we are able to really analyze those minute details in any storm to give folks advance warning.
Wake up with meteorologist Tracy Butler on ABC 7 Eyewitness News. The latest breaking news to start your afternoon. First at 4. Join Rob Algas and Judy Sue. Plus meteorologist Larry Mowry with the AccuWeather forecast. ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4.
It's a new season for ABC 7's Ryan Chiaverini. Taking on Chicago's sports scene.
You can't beat his competitive spirit.
And that is checkmate.
Chiaverini!
Ryan is always prepared. And your receiver runs the go route. Got it?
He takes this seriously, but he knows when to have fun.
Sports with Ryan Chiaverini. Weeknights on Eyewitness News.
Streaming now at 7, overnight tragedy at the pump. A man was shot after an argument at a Southside gas station.
Plus 50 years of service, Chicago's father Michael Flager marks a major milestone with a community celebration.
And ready to taco about a summer to remember. A little bit of a stretch, but you know what I'm going for here.
Yeah.
Chicago's bucket list is on fire on this wonderful Wednesday, May 14th.
That's our Tony.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
Taco Bout?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good to be with you. I'm Terrell Brown.
And I'm Val Warner. So let's go look out. Let's take a look outside right now. This doesn't look like taco weather, like you want to sit outside and have a taco, but the sun will come out a little bit later, right, Tracy?
Well, we will. Some areas are seeing some sun this morning,
good.
but areas north and along the lake, we have that fog, we have that low stratus deck, and we're getting reports of more fog kind of out toward DeKalb, even down toward the Morris area. That orange box represents a special weather statement that the Weather Service did issue. Look at this visibility out toward DeKalb, kind of out along I-88, even down toward Pontiac and Waukegan. You've had the worst of it in the area this morning, and that's an improvement, the half-mile visibility right now. Currently 63 degrees in Bridgeview. We're at 57 in Waukegan and 60 right now in Griffith. Full forecast ahead. Diane, are you hearing of any issues because of the fog?
Not really. I just do know that a lot of our cameras are fogged out, and of course our chopper couldn't fly because of low ceiling, so it is affecting things in that way. On the roads, though, we haven't really seen a lot of issues because of it. Out in Grays Lake, Allegheny Road and Route 120 rather, we do have a crash there. Take a look at the big picture. Expressways are building. However, everything right now is under an hour going in or out of the city. The busiest expressway is going to be that Kennedy, of course, where we're seeing delays in both directions. Heads up if you're in the downtown area. It's that time of the year, so we're going to have bridge lifts. The schedule starting at 9 a.m. today from Ashland to DuSable Lakeshore Drive. Val and Terrell.
Alrighty, Diane, thank you. Want to get to this breaking news from overnight. Deadly gunfire erupts at a Southside gas station.
And Chicago police tell us a man was shot and killed at a BP near 75th and Stony Island in the Grand Crossing neighborhood. Stephanie Wade is live from CPD's 3rd District with the latest on what led up to the violence. Steph.
Well, we know this happened around 1:15 this morning, and police are still looking for the gunman at this hour. According to CPD, 2 people got into an argument at a BP gas station near 75th and Stony in the Grand Crossing neighborhood. That fight turned physical when one of them pulled out a gun and began firing. A 40-year-old man was shot multiple times. The victim was treated by emergency responders and later died at the University of Chicago hospital. Meanwhile, police say the suspect drove off in a white vehicle. The clerk at the gas station tells us he saw the fight, he is okay, and says surveillance video should have captured the shooting. That might be the best chance at getting an idea of the vehicle police are looking for in connection with the incident. Now, at this point, no one is in custody this morning, while Area 1 detectives are still investigating. Back to you.
Steph, thank you. Well, a man is dead after a crash on the city's southwest side. The 75-year-old was hit near 77th and Western by a person driving southbound on Western in a silver SUV. The victim was rushed to a hospital where he died. Police say they stopped a 29-year-old woman not far from where the crash happened and took her into custody. Charges are pending.
There will be added support at Mather High School today. Students are coping with the aftermath of a shooting. A CPS crisis team will be out there today. A 17-year-old student was shot just steps from campus yesterday afternoon. Chicago police say the teen was sitting in a vehicle when someone walked up and opened fire. He is expected to recover, and officers will be at the school again today during dismissal to make sure students feel safe. A new picture from the White House this morning shows President Trump meeting with Syria's new leader in Saudi Arabia.
And this morning, Syrians are celebrating news that President Trump plans to lift U.S. sanctions on the country. ABC's Christian Cordero is following the president's trip and joins us live now from Washington. Christian.
Val Terrell, good morning. President Trump spoke about Saudi Arabia as a model for the Middle East, touting its economic prosperity in a region subject to instability. His visit, though, also comes with scrutiny about what business deals he's looking to make.
Today, President Trump heads to his second of 3 Gulf states, arriving in Qatar this morning and leaving Saudi Arabia, where he heaped praise on Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, the man U.S. intelligence concluded orchestrated the murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi in 2018. Trump instead focusing on the region's economic prosperity and announcing at the Crown Prince's request he will lift U.S. sanctions on Syria.
To give them a fresh start, it gives them a chance for greatness.
The sanctions were put in place during the Assad regime that has since crumbled, its new government now in power for the past 6 months.
There's a humanitarian reason to want the sanctions to be lifted, which is that the people of Syria have suffered under the sanctions. The United States should be cautious too, because you don't want to go whole hog in and invest in any particular regime.
Trump meeting with Syria's new president today before heading to his next stop. Hanging over the president's entire Middle East visit, questions about the Trump family's business interests. Sons Don Jr. and Eric Trump now run the Trump Organization and have projects in the works in all 3 countries the president is visiting this week. His visit to Qatar also under scrutiny after its royal family offered that $400 million luxury jet, which Trump wants to use as Air Force One. His plan received swift backlash from Democrats and some Republicans, but Trump is still defending it.
We give a lot of gifts. We give too many gifts, to be honest with you. But I thought it was a beautiful gesture.
Now, this comes as the president bashes Boeing for delays in production for new Air Force One jets. Trump asserts Qatar heard about those delays and offered to help. Val Terrell, back to you.
Christian Cordero in Washington. Christian, thank you. A woman has now been charged for allegedly giving children chocolate that was laced with THC. Happened at Pleasant Run Park in Wheeling Sunday afternoon. Police say 4 children, the youngest just 2 years old, became fatigued and lethargic after they ate those chocolates being passed out by a woman they didn't know. Officers say several people came forward with information. The 48-year-old woman has been charged with 12 misdemeanors, including endangering the life of a child.
11 students at Chicago's Fort Dearborn Elementary School are expected to be okay. Parents tell us the children unknowingly ate cookies laced with cannabis inside a 6th grade class. A classmate had brought the cookies to school.
Tiffany Henyard was a no-show in what would have been her final meeting as Thornton Township supervisor. Her chair was empty last night during public comment. Some residents thank those who were in attendance for, quote, saving our township. Trustee Chris Gonzalez says he looks forward to better serving residents.
For too long, just seemed like it was more about a person as opposed to a township. And that's kind of, we just want to step forward.
Henyard's replacement, State Senator Napoleon Harris, will be sworn in next week.
Father Michael Flager is celebrating 50 years as a priest, and several events are planned today. Just an hour ago, we spoke with Father Mike about reaching a major milestone in his journey.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I went to bed and it was 25 years. I woke up, it was 50. It was a heck of a night. It's just I mean, it's hard to believe it was 50 years, and yet we look around and see how we've been able to develop, you know, all the things we have here now, the employment center, the school, the Arts Youth Center, the Stein Garden, the King Center, and all the different events we got going on here now, and the different outreach. So it's be able to look back and be able to see some good things happen over these 50 years. So it's a blessing. I'm blessed to be here every single day.
A gun turn-in is happening at St. Sabina Church from 9 to 3. $100 and $200 for assault weapons will be given in exchange for that gun turn-in. A food box giveaway starts at noon, and a carnival runs this afternoon from 3 to 7 in the church parking lot at 78th and Racine.
Live and local news is so good to see Father Mike.
Yeah, always.
Congratulations to him. Live and local news just getting started this morning. We're streaming out loud. When we come back, 99 floors up to deep dish down below. We got your summer Chicago bucket list for the city's hottest summer happenings.
But first, Tracy's got your AccuWeather forecast.
Rats in cars.
Your reaction when you saw that rat sticking out of the engine.
Whoa. The I-Team exposing a growing rodent infestation, causing serious damage. Jason Knowles with what you can do. Coming up next.
I love food. I think about food every day.
There's a running commentary in my brain of eating. Before Mochi, my brain never got the signal, you're full, stop eating.
When I first heard about GLP-1s, I thought probably the GLP-1s were a load of crap. But then when I started taking these medications, it just gave a relief to that. I still love food, but it doesn't control me. Collectively, we've lost over 150 pounds.
Check out joinmochi.com.
TV's #1 entertainment talk show is doing big numbers. Over 1,500 costumes, more than 100 stumps.
Guess what, Mark? You are so wrong.
300 plus stars a year.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
And 15 Emmys.
It's actually 16, humbly.
Respectfully.
Count on Live to make your morning shine.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
Wake up with ABC 7 Eyewitness News this morning.
The ABC 7 I-Team, Chicago's investigative leader. Investigative reporters Liz Nakey and Mark Rivera. Consumer investigators Samantha Chatman and Jason Knowles. See what the I-Team uncovers next. Only on Eyewitness News or wherever you stream ABC 7 Chicago.
Well, good morning to you. Fog is our focus right now, and you can see particularly dense fog far northern suburbs, southern Wisconsin, even out toward DeKalb right now. We have terrible visibility with this fog. Just be mindful of that, especially if you drive near a bus stop. Down toward Rensselaer, 1.5 mile visibility. So we're starting to see the visibility go down there too. We have a dense fog advisory, northern Cook, as well as Lake and McHenry counties. If you're wondering what this orange box is, this represents a special weather statement that the Weather Service has issued for places like out in DeKalb. Just kind of signaling that we're starting to see a little of that fog oozing out that direction. Now and then we've had a couple little rogue showers just sprouting mainly south of the city. Had a few earlier this morning right along the lakefront. Tomorrow evening primarily is when we are going to be monitoring the potential for some strong to severe storms in our area. So an AccuWeather alert for tomorrow, high around 90. Diane.
Deanna, we still have this jackknife semi southbound on I-65 past Route 2. The reason it's still there is because it's going to take a lot of work to clean everything up on that semi, get it upright and then out of the way. So right now it's taking out the right lane and right shoulder, but it's actually not creating a massive delay, but just something to be aware of if you're driving through the area. Over on the Illinois side, building traffic across the expressways and tollways. Just got word of a crash. State police reported it on the Dan Ryan near 31st. This is right around 35th, so we can't quite see it exactly. It's on the right shoulder. It sounds like it might be in the locals. Either way, you can see the delay is building, but that's also mixed into an already building morning delay, but it's still only less than a half hour, about 26 minutes to get from 95th Street to downtown. Val?
Okay, thank you, Diane. Rats chewing through car wires, invading homes, and nesting in alleyways. This morning, the I-Team reveals which neighborhoods are seeing the biggest rat problems. Consumer investigator Jason Knowles is here with what you can do to protect your property.
You may not know this, but rats like to find shelter and warmth under the hood of your car or snack on the wires. Now the I-Team is uncovering which neighborhoods have the most rat complaints and what you can do to fight rats in cars.
See those wires are chewed right there by a rodent.
It's not just chewed up wires. Brace yourself for what's under the engine cover.
So I go to take the cover off. Gosh. Yep, that's what we deal with, folks.
Mechanics say that rat was likely feasting on the soy wires and finding warmth under the hood of Corinne Baker's vehicle. And he was right there.
Yes.
In the Irving Park East neighborhood.
I was very surprised because I didn't know it could be that big in the engine.
Baker's repairs cost her more than $1,200. And your reaction when you saw that rat sticking out of the engine?
I said, whoa.
When the check engine light came on, she brought her vehicle into Berman Infinity, Chicago. Master technician Mark Furjak made the repairs and found the rat.
You can see here where they've been chewing on it.
He showed me the signs of rats in another car.
They'll take the insulation, chew it up, make a little nest, tuck themselves in, and feces over there.
And it looks like they were there for a long time.
It does.
Furjak and other mechanics say they're seeing the problem more often.
And you have to tell somebody with a year-old car they have a repair that's not covered under their warranty because a rat chewed it.
Look at this video of a rat coming out of the hood as a car was driving.
Now I see these plastic covers, and they like to go underneath there, and under those plastic covers is foam. They like to chew the foam, make a little nest.
The ABC7 I-Team found that from the end of April 2024 through the end of April in 2025, there were 43,400 rat or rodent complaints to Chicago's 311 city services. That's a 6.6% decrease from the average number of complaints each year from 2022 to 2024. Some of the neighborhoods with the most rodent complaints in the last 12 months, Westtown had 2,116, Lakeview had 1,762, and Portage Park 1,615. And some neighborhoods saw a spike in that same time period. Gage Park, Beverly, and Douglas have had the highest increases in complaints. In 2023, the I-Team showed you how the Department of Streets and Sanitation baits for rats when responding to 311 calls. The city also provides residents with heavy-duty plastic carts with tight-fitting lids to contain garbage, which attracts rats. You can see how they nest and feast in this dumpster in video taken by Rose Pest Solutions.
Coming out of the pandemic, the rats kind of just became widespread, not just residential areas, but commercial areas too. And we just can't keep up with it. They're breeding out of control.
Certified pest management professional Janelle Iachino says food sources have become more available for rats. Make sure your garbage cans are sealed. Don't park by garbage cans, and check for open spaces in your garage. And you want to look at the gap?
Yes.
Rats can flatten their bodies and squeeze in.
A really good thing to check, first of all, is the seal on your garage door. If you see any light coming through that, and it's the size of a quarter, they will be able to get through that.
If you have dog food, bird seed, or grass seed in your garage, it should be in a tightly sealed container. And if you're inspecting for rats in your garage or car, wear a mask and gloves like these.
If you get into contact with their feces or their urine, that can absorb into your skin. It can also cause respiratory issues.
Experts say in some cases rats have become immune to over-the-counter rat poisons and that they can be dangerous to other animals. So call a professional or 311. The I-Team also found that the average rat complaint to 311 takes about 8 days to be closed. The city's Department of Streets and Sanitation says it's working hard to increase staffing and it's deploying more crews. Jason Knowles, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break. The team you trust. Watch Eyewitness News at 4.
This show makes me feel like the luckiest kid in the world. We play and friends become family.
Weekdays at 1 on ABC7. Storm Tracker Live, your eyewitness in severe weather. Know what's coming before it heads your way with Storm Tracker Live, only on ABC7 Eyewitness News. The ABC7I team, Chicago's investigative leader. Tanya Bevich, Jarrell Brown, and Val Warner. ABC7 Eyewitness News this morning.
It's a new season for ABC7's Ryan Chiaverini, taking on Chicago's sports scene.
You can't beat his competitive spirit.
And that is checkmate. Chiaverini! Ryan is always prepared. And your receiver runs the go route. Got it?
He takes this seriously, but he knows when to have fun.
Sports with Ryan Chiaverini, weeknights on Eyewitness News.
Wrexham has been this roller coaster of magic. To make a diamond, you have to have pressure.
It's a friendly competition. Well, not so friendly.
What could possibly go wrong?
All right, live look outside this morning. Ooh, yeah, you see that fog just out over the lake. Dense fog advisory in effect this morning. Tracy will lay out where and how long, because not everybody is seeing this. That's coming up in just a little bit. It's kind of pretty, too, when you look at it from up high. Evanston Mayor Daniel Biss is delivering his annual State of the City address today. He plans to focus on city initiatives and accomplishments over the past year. The address begins at 4 this afternoon at Evanston Space.
A new integrated health center focusing on HIV prevention and treatment just opened in the city's Edgewater neighborhood. Patients can access a variety of services at the Vivint Health Plus T-PAN Center. There is an open house this evening from 5 until 7.
Also today, a resource fair for veterans. Chicago's 19th Ward is partnering with Rosecrance Behavioral Health and the Road Home program at Rush. It's from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Vineyard, 2121 West 95th Street in Chicago. And this is making Chicago proud. The Chicago Sky is stepping up to support small women-owned businesses across the city.
Jasmine Miner shows us the program offering both guidance and funding to entrepreneurs aiming to make a difference.
The Chicago Sky Foundation is looking for small businesses who are making a community impact. Last year's cohort pick sits right here on Hale Street, which literally translates to being in good health, the very mission of Banny's Beats.
That is my hope for all of my neighbors. Yeah. That's my hope, that every person that walks through this door not only has a quality of life, but longevity.
Banny's Beats owner, Arielle Bannister, is putting the lessons she learned during the 2024 Chicago Sky Foundation's small business cohort into action.
So 75% of us at any given moment are navigating sugar dependency.
Her products are educating the community of foods that combat diseases and keeping those like longtime customer Jessica McCarahan coming on a daily.
I was afflicted with strep throat 3 to 4 to 5 times a year. The juices that Ari has are just extremely beneficial for detoxification, immune support, overall health and wellness.
It's this kind of impact that the Chicago Sky Foundation is looking for in its next class of business owners, each who go through a 4-week program with workshops on strategic planning, finances, marketing, sales, and then end with a pitch competition where the first place winner goes home with $30,000.
Second place gets 20, third place gets 15, and the remainder of the cohort, which would be 5 left, they get $5,000.
For the first time in its 5-year journey, the 2025 cohort will be a group of 8 women-owned businesses.
I mean, we have players on our team that are small business owners. We want to empower women small businesses, and that's our focus going into this year.
This is the space where we have all the community events. 1 year later, Bannister remains empowered through her juices and event space next door, hosting free fitness classes, wellness talks, and community gatherings. She hopes the program will keep opening doors for others too, making a difference.
Let me know not only is it accessible to me, but it's also something that would re-encourage me to continue to do the work I do.
I'm Jasmine Miner for ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right.
Hey, that's right. Keep it going. Got to support our small businesses out there, too.
Juice looks good.
It does look good. We're going to link it with everybody that's watching Good Morning America. Tanya is here with an update on TV in just a bit. You'll see it here as well. We'll be right back.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Tanya Babich. Police hope surveillance video will help them to track down the person who killed a man at this gas station. We're told the 40-year-old victim and another person got into an argument, and that's when one pulled out a gun and shot the other. This happened just after 1 o'clock in the morning at the BP gas station near 75th and Stony. Police say the gunman left this scene in a white vehicle. Let's get a check of the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast now. Here's meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Hi there, Tanya. Well, looking northward, you can see this fog. Can't really see the buildings there here in the city. Now, as we take a look, dense fog advisory in effect. Northern Cook County, as well as Lake and McHenry and southern Wisconsin until 10 a.m. But we're also getting some of that fog spreading westward out into DeKalb. Terrible visibility there. Visibility has just dropped out towards St. Charles this morning, too. Currently 55 Gary, 59 Des Plaines, 57 degrees right now in Naperville. High temperatures today, officially around 80, cooler along the lake. Hot, more humid day ahead tomorrow, possibly some evening storms as well. Diane, after this.
A life in motion is a life well lived. At every age and every stage, we help you do more of the things you love. To keep you moving, to keep you achieving, to keep you striving. At Advocate Healthcare, we make care easier and more accessible than ever, so you can live fully.
Hey there, trying to start a business, I see. There's a much easier way. Swift Filings has helped form hundreds of thousands of businesses, from bakeries to construction to golf coaches to wedding singers, and even pet psychics. No matter the business, Swift Filings makes it simple. And with attorney-crafted packages, compliant support, and same-day processing, you can start your business quickly and confidently. Do what you love, we'll handle the paperwork. SwiftFilings.com.
The latest breaking news to start your afternoon. First at 4. Join Rob Algas and Judy Sue. Plus, meteorologist Larry Mowry with the AccuWeather forecast. ABC7 Eyewitness News at 4.
A chance of sprinkles with a blast of heat. When meteorologist Tracy Butler steps in the kitchen, she's learning from the best Chicago area chefs. They're so good. And cooking up a storm. Thursdays on Eyewitness News at 11 a.m.
TV's #1 entertainment talk show is doing big numbers. Over 1,500 costumes, more than 100 stumps.
Guess what, Mark? You are so wrong.
300 plus stars a year.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
And 15 Emmys.
It's actually 16, humbly.
Respectfully.
Count on Live to make your morning shine.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekdays at 9 on ABC7.
Welcome back, everybody. Beginning with a crash involving 3 vehicles out in Bensonville at Route 83 and Thorndale Avenue, seeing major delays in both directions on 83 because of that crash. Does not sound like there are any serious injuries involved in this. We do have authorities on the scene there. As far as the expressways go, nice and stacked across the board for you. The Kennedy inbound is going to be our heaviest expressway with a travel time of about an hour and 10 minutes. We do have a stalled box truck on the inbound side of the Stevenson. It's near Central. Sounds like IDOT is with it in the center lane. It's already mixed into, though, a significant delay on the inbound side of the Stevenson, making for a 45-minute travel time coming into the city.
All right, on the way this week, another neighborhood walk.
And I head to the west side to Austin, and I had the pleasure of sitting down and talking and walking with Austin legend and former Vice Lord Benny Lee, now turned counselor. He's a licensed therapist now. Lee has helped thousands of at-risk and formerly incarcerated youth turn their lives around.
What we do is train formerly incarcerated men and women how to market themselves as convicted felons, right? Show them that there is a life after incarceration, that they don't have to walk around with this double conscience, how they see themselves and how they believe the world see them.
So make sure you watch our Austin Neighborhood Walk tomorrow morning, right here on ABC7, with extended cuts available wherever you stream.
Awesome. Can't wait. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that one. Much more on the way. This morning we're streaming out loud. First, though, Want to give a special birthday shout out?
Yeah, to Miss Vassie Graves. She's celebrating 104 years young today here in the city of Chicago. Her granddaughter reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey, do you guys ever do birthday shout outs for 104-year-olds? Absolutely.
Sure will. Absolutely, we will.
Look at her.
I mean,
What a life.
phenomenal. I know. And looking so good, too. Right?
Can you imagine the stories she has?
Oh, right. And the life lessons. Boy, I would love to pick her brain.
What she's seen, what she's learned out through the years, what she thinks of today's current
That's right. What's going on?
climate.
Yeah. Happy birthday, my dear. Hope you have an awesome, awesome day today. Coming up, streaming at 7 o'clock this morning, feeding wildlife, fighting waste, how rescued food is helping animals and keeping us climate ready.
And feeding minds and uplifting voices, how one Chicago bookstore is keeping AAPI stories front and center.
Plus, sun's out, tacos are in. Got your sizzling summer bucket list Chicago style coming up.
Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara gives you the look of professional lash extensions, whether your daily routine is less is more or more is more. Our award-winning formula dramatically lengthens and strengthens lashes with all-day staying power and won't clump, flake, or smudge. 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and packed with good-for-you ingredients that support healthier, longer-looking lashes. It's no surprise it has over 275,000 5-star reviews. Plus, for every product you purchase, we donate to help communities thrive. Join our movement today at thrivecosmetics.com.
The latest breaking news to start your afternoon. First at 4. Join Rob Algas and Judy Sue. Plus meteorologist Larry Mowry with the AccuWeather forecast. ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4.
When your alarm goes off,
That's when we come alive.
We're on. What's new this morning?
What's happening now?
And what's next for you, Chicago?
Breaking news you need to know now.
The latest forecast for you
And your family, so you're all ready for the day.
Get what's new now.
And next at 4:30, 5 and 6.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, Chicago.
Eyewitness News Mornings and GMA. A chance of sprinkles with a blast of heat. When meteorologist Tracy Butler steps in the kitchen, she's learning from the best Chicago area chefs.
They're so good.
And cooking up a storm. Thursdays on Eyewitness News at 11 a.m.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
Good morning, everybody. Live look outside this morning, Wednesday, hump day, May 14th. And we got a little bit of a hump to get over with this fog. Yeah. Tracy, how's it looking?
Yeah, like that.
I know.
I mean, especially north of the city is where we are finding it. Although out around DeKalb, out around Pontiac, we just had significant drop in visibility out your direction too. Highs around 80 today. It will stay probably upper 60s areas along the lakefront this afternoon. Stray shower. We've had a few of those now and then, even this morning. Diane.
All right, let's take a look outside. We start off of the expressways with a crash in Bensonville, Route 83 in Thorndale. Heads up, we're seeing delays in both directions on 83 because of that crash. System-wide expressways building. Kennedy coming in the heaviest with well over an hour coming inbound. Inbound on the Stevenson, mixed into the already heavy delays, a stalled box truck near Central. It's in the center lane.
Okay, thank you, Diane. Now we want to get to today's talkers. We're getting you climate ready with a very unique twist on food rescue. Each year, the Northern Illinois Food Bank distributes more than 90 million meals across 13 counties.
Yeah, but Tracy's reports, we learned this, that the bank isn't just feeding people, it's also providing rescued food to wildlife, cutting waste, and helping our local ecosystem thrive. Trace.
Yeah, who knew there was an animal sanctuary in the Lockport area.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Big Run Animal Ranch, expired and discolored meat and fish. They're not safe for us, but they're perfectly fine for many wild animals. And for the past decade, Big Run Wolf Ranch in Lockport has relied on the Northern Illinois Food Bank's South Suburban Center in Joliet to supply leftovers for them.
Wow.
There's a total of 16 animals here, 7 which are seniors. Big Run Wolf Ranch is a wildlife education facility that specializes in the education of mostly North American wildlife. And partnered with the food bank for well over 10 years now. And we usually pick up meat about every 2 weeks or so, depending on the time of year.
At Northern Illinois Food Bank, we believe in full bellies. We want
every person in Northern Illinois to have enough food to thrive. We also want the same for our furry friends. So through our partnership with the Big Run Wolf Ranch, we're able to provide proteins that are not safe for humans to eat, but are perfect for tigers and wolves and bears here at the ranch.
Wild animals have very strong enzymes in their stomachs, and that's why in the wild they can eat these rotting carcasses and not get sick from it.
We've donated over 300,000 pounds of food to the ranch. The greenhouse gas emissions that would have come off of those meats if we put them into the landfill, we have diverted what the equivalent is of 110 cars coming off the road for an entire year.
Being a nonprofit, you know, we completely survive off donations from the public or donations from the food bank. A lot of the animals that are here were either rescued from USDA facilities that were shut down or people who had them illegally. Our American black bear Kuma, who's 26 this year, he was rescued from animal control. They had taken him from a lady who had bought him in Kankakee for $300. The bear really prefers salmon. He's got expensive taste. He loves salmon. When it comes to the tiger, this time of year he's getting about 18 pounds of food, and that could be turkey, a little bit of fish, venison, goose meat, beef, pork, things like that. We tried to give some snacks to Amau and Luna, our wolves in the enclosure, but of course it's hot today, and sometimes when it's hot they choose not to eat. Sometimes they even do what's called caching, where they dig a hole and they'll bury meat and they go back to it later when they actually do want to eat something. We're a very hands-on facility. Me and the volunteers like to interact with the animals. I think it's a really special place because, you know, people can come here and we're one-on-one with you. Maybe they won't be petting, you know, wolves and tigers, but they can at least get a one-on-one experience with them, us there with you, teaching you all about them.
Wow. I didn't even know that existed.
I know,
right?
It's absolutely wonderful that they're doing this. The animals are not, you know, domesticated. These are not pets, even though apparently some people originally thought they were pets and had them illegally, like the bear. But this sanctuary is just providing so much for these animals, and in turn, with the Northern Illinois Food Bank donations, they're getting a healthy meal. And I know you like the pig.
Yeah, that's my buddy right there. Yeah, with the 3 teeth. Yeah, this is awesome. That's
Local
awesome.
stores donate frozen meat as well, fish.
Nothing goes to waste.
So nothing's going to waste.
That's awesome.
Exactly what we want.
And you did say they do take donations, right?
They do. So we have information on our website about it, abc7chicago.com. This has kind of been a family business. I know the dad, who I don't know him personally, but I know he's no longer really hands-on, but Raina has kind of taken the reins and is doing a wonderful job.
Looks like she's doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah. And some of that salmon looks pretty good.
It's gone bad. Now you can't have that.
We'll be right back.
Bad for you. TV's #1 entertainment talk show is doing big numbers. Over 1,500 costumes, more than 100 stumps.
Guess what, Mark? You are so wrong.
300 plus stars a year.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
And 15 Emmys.
It's actually 16, humbly.
Respectfully.
Count on Live to make your morning shine.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekdays at 9 on ABC7. Tanya Bevich, Jarrell Brown, and Val Warner, ABC7 Eyewitness News this morning. Chicago's most trusted weather team.
Getting you the most accurate forecast.
Tracking changing conditions.
Using the advanced power of Live Doppler 7 Max.
Anytime, on any screen.
So you know how to prepare and plan ahead.
Your ABC7 AccuWeather team on Eyewitness News. When something isn't right,
I don't owe $36,000.
when things don't add up,
We've overpaid all these years.
when you need somebody on your side, Chicago turns to consumer investigators Jason Knowles, Samantha Chapman, and the ABC7I team, getting results for you.
Listen to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News wherever you get your podcasts.
The team you trust. Watch Eyewitness News at 4.
Good morning to you. High temperatures around the area today. Going to be another very warm day. Highs around 80 degrees. Bear in mind, our average high today is right around 70. Now, along the lakefront this afternoon, those temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s. We've had a couple of stray showers in the area this morning, especially along the lakefront. Visibility in Waukegan is finally starting to improve, but it's terrible. DeKalb down through Ottawa, Pontiac, even in Morris and out into Aurora. Sugar Grove areas, we're seeing terrible visibility from that fog. So dense fog advisory does remain in effect with kind of a special weather statement in orange alerting us to the fact that there's fog starting to spread even a little more so out to the west and southwest. Now, here are a couple of those showers, and it's not a lot. It's very light. It's a little sprinkle more than anything. Tomorrow, however, we are keeping our eyes on a number of things. First of all, hot weather. It's going to be around 90 degrees here tomorrow. 91 is the record high, and the potential for some strong to severe storms. Primarily, Diane, that time frame is tomorrow evening.
We're going to start with a couple of crashes in the city this time around, Laramie and Belden. We've got a crash there. We also have one on the west side of the city at Lake and Karloff, so heads up if you are in the area. As far as the big picture goes, the busiest expressway, as I mentioned before, is going to be that Kennedy inbound. We're also seeing high travel times on the Eisenhower coming in. Stevenson in both directions seems to be pretty busy. In the south end, I-57 Bishop Ford, in the south end of the Ryan growing as well. And then as you get a little closer to the city, too. Let's go outside. This is what the Kennedy camera looks like. When Tracy's talking about that fog, it is extremely foggy in some areas. So if you're just leaving the house this morning, just be aware of that because driving conditions can change when it gets to be this foggy. Val and Terrell.
All right. Appreciate it, Diane. Thank you so much. So looking live outside, yeah, this doesn't look like summer, but I promise, and according to Tracy, it's going to start feeling like it real soon. And this morning, we have a sneak peek at a sizzling Chicago summer bucket list. Keely O'Neill from Bucket Listers is here again. Keely, good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
And you came and you brought food this time.
Yes, I come with gifts.
What's this all about?
So this is part of the Tacos and Tequila Fest that is happening at the end of June, the weekend of the 27th, 28th. It's a really cool festival. I mean, tacos and tequila,
I mean,
better
you can't
duo,
go wrong
right?
with it anyway,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
truly.
Yeah.
It's a really cool experience. All ages are welcome. Your ticket includes access to tons of different taco vendors. We have La Lunita here today. You know, you get margarita samples. You have options to add tequila sampling as well. Live music. It's going to be super fun.
Awesome. Who made these tacos again?
La Lunita.
Ooh, and the drinks too?
Yes. Yep. All
Okay.
from that vendor. Yeah.
All right.
If you guys
I'm
want to
gonna
give them a little
hash
taster.
Dijon.
Oh, you better eat too.
Yeah.
You eat one.
What
and then
kind
I'll
of
take a
tacos
drink.
are they again, by the
So
way?
we have steak, al pastor, and a pork belly.
Okay, got it. All right, so that's one of the things going on, I
Yes.
know, right? And dig
You
in
said a
there.
pork belly.
Yes.
I don't know that I've had a pork belly taco, so I'm going to try that.
Yeah, they're so good. They're so good.
All right, so that's one of the things going on. Up and away.
Yes.
What's that all about?
It's a super cool experience. If you want to do something kind of touristy, if you want to do something with fitness, it's the 99th floor on the sky deck. You get an hour-long class for yoga, and then a half an hour to kind of just enjoy the views, the sky deck, the ledge.
Oh, that's cool.
Best part is you don't even have to wake up super early for it. It's 10 a.m. class.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's my kind of class.
Yeah, you ain't lying. I bet the view is beautiful.
Yeah,
too.
it's gorgeous.
Speaking of views and rooftops, Wrigley rooftops. What you got going on up there?
Yes, so Wrigley Rooftops, super exciting way to watch the game.
Yeah.
It's one of the live home games. It's a unique experience where you get to watch it from the rooftops or the club level. Best part is it's like all inclusive with the food and beverage package. So, I mean, that's how I want to enjoy a game. I'm not a big sports.
Like How much is something like that? Like
all details you can find on the Bucket Listers page. Yeah.
DIY pizza and sip.
Yeah.
How does that whole thing work?
Yeah, this is super cool too. This is great for large groups or if you want to bring in families. You get to be led by an expert chef through a Neapolitan style pizza making class.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, super fun. So you get to actually go in there, enjoy, get your hands dirty. All toppings are included. You get a complimentary beer and wine and a complimentary appetizer as well.
Nice. And then you get to eat it afterwards.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's the best
part.
part.
Yeah.
And then eat the scene. I think that's a play on words, right?
Yes, so this is our exciting new experience at Bucket Listers. It's just like it sounds. So you get to watch a movie and enjoy themed meals. Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
this
cool.
year, we started with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the iconic Chicago film. It's actually the 40th anniversary of his actual day off.
Nice.
39th for the film. So yeah, we obviously had to start with that one. Start with a sick day soup. You know, you have options for the snooty steak frites for fans, you know, the show, the sausage sandwich. So yeah, so much going on here at Bucket List.
Gosh, there's so much going on in Chicago.
Yes.
Before we let you go, anything else coming up soon?
Tons of stuff. I mean, we're Chicago defrosted, so
Yeah.
we're live.
It's like,
Yeah,
here we
summertime
go.
shine.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'll cheers to that.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll take cheers with the salsa.
Thanks, guys.
Keely, appreciate it. Thank you so much for
much.
dropping by. A lot of fun. A lot going on. We'll get a break in. We're back right after this. Let me get this.
The ABC7I team, Chicago's investigative leader, Liz Nagy, Mark Rivera, Samantha Chetman, and Jason Knowles. Only on Eyewitness News.
As most of Chicago says,
Good night.
the Eyewitness News morning team is just getting started. The latest news, weather, and traffic from the team you trust. ABC7 Eyewitness News this morning.
Storm Tracker Live. Only on ABC7 Eyewitness News.
This show makes me feel like the luckiest kid in the world. We play and friends become family.
Weekdays at 1 on ABC7.
A chance of sprinkles with a blast of heat. When meteorologist Tracy Butler steps in the kitchen, she's learning from the best Chicago area chefs.
They're so good.
And cooking up a storm. Thursdays on Eyewitness News at 11 a.m.
The latest breaking news to start your afternoon. First at 4. Join Rob Algas and Judy Sue. Plus meteorologist Larry Mowry with the AccuWeather forecast. ABC7 Eyewitness News at 4.
This show is for people that have the talent, have the dream, and they just need a chance.
Yes, coming.
Everybody, welcome back. You have to wait for just 1 minute. I took this bite.
Oh
right
my
before
goodness.
we came
This
back
is,
on.
Rosa, I thought you said with something else. Okay.
Mhm.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
As ABC7 honors Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we're spotlighting a family-owned bookstore that's championing AAPI writings.
Yeah, on Chicago's North Side, Eric Hong shows us how Restored Bookshop is amplifying voices and reshaping the city's Asian American literary scene.
Here on Kedzie Avenue in Albany Park, there's a relatively new bookstore that aims to broaden access to the written works of Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders. It's called Restoried Bookshop, and on the shelves are stories that have too often been overlooked.
For me, Restoried is really about bringing our stories and all the different variations back to our communities so we can have a more rich understanding of who we are and have been. It is our effort to paint a more complete picture of our past and a more vibrant vision for our future.
Justin Vallis, who's third-generation Japanese American, is the owner of Restoried, which has the feel of a community center. The bookshop, which opened last November, may be the only one in Chicago of its kind, with most everything on the shelves from AAPI authors, something Vallis rarely saw in the stores and libraries of his youth.
I didn't really see our stories and our names on the shelves. There was no real section for Asian American stories.
Here you'll find classics like Ronald Takaki's Strangers from a Different Shore, but also lesser-known works of all styles and genres. The store also hosts book talks and signings with members of Chicago's growing Asian American author community.
I was at least in my 20s, possibly even my 30s, before the first time I read a book that had a Filipino American main character. You know what I mean? That's a really long time to never see yourself in the media that you love the most.
Author Mia Manansala, who was born and raised in Chicago, this week released her 6th novel, a murder mystery entitled Death in the Cards, which is set in Chicago with AAPI characters, including a Filipina American detective. Her book representative of this community's diverse voices.
I'm not just being bullied and facing racism or dealing with the immigration status of my parents. I get to fall in love. I get to be the detective and solve my own case.
At a time when brick and mortar bookstores are struggling to stay in the market, Vallis says Restoried is finding success by filling a cultural and literary niche and building community one book at a time.
There's something about an in-person experience, and especially something that is built by community for community.
In Albany Park, Eric Hong, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it
Always,
is.
yeah. And a reminder to watch our half-hour special celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. It's called Our Chicago 600,000 Strong.
And the special is streaming right now, and it's on ABC7Chicago.com. You can also see it this Saturday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 11 p.m. right here on ABC7. We'll take a quick break. We're back after this.
Eyewitness News, streaming at 7, continues after a break. The ABC7I team, Chicago's investigative leader. Investigative reporter Liz Nagy.
Exposing potential threats.
Investigative reporter Mark Rivera.
Uncovering the truth.
Consumer investigator Samantha Chapman.
Saving you money.
Consumer investigator Jason Knowles.
Helping you avoid rip-offs and scams.
See what the I-Team uncovers next, only on Eyewitness News, or wherever you stream ABC7 Chicago.
Chicago made me who I am. I came here for journalism school. I learned how to do what I do in this city. And then when I had the chance to really grow my career, this is exactly where I wanted to be. In Chicago and at ABC7. I owe everything to this city. I am a Chicagoan.
Count on live Doppler 7 Max, only on ABC7 Eyewitness News.
TV's #1 entertainment talk show is doing big numbers. Over 1,500 costumes, more than 100 stumps.
Guess what, Mark? You are so wrong.
300 plus stars a year.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
And 15 Emmys.
It's actually 16, humbly.
Respectfully.
Count on live to make your morning shine.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekdays at 9 on ABC7. Cheryl Burton and Rob Elgas, weeknights at 10.
One more look at this morning's top stories. A man has died. He was shot at a gas station on the south side. According to CPD, 2 people got into an argument at the BP station near 75th and Stony. Things turned physical. One of them pulled out a gun and started firing. A 40-year-old man was shot several times. He died at the hospital. Police are looking for the shooter.
Father Michael Flager, one of Chicago's most well-known clergy, is celebrating 50 years as a priest today. He's led St. Sabina and Auburn Gresham since the 1980s and uses his work to help people living on Chicago's south side. Today's celebration includes a gun turn-in event, a carnival, and food giveaway.
A large group of runners hit the lakefront this morning for the first ever GMA 5K Wellness Run. It's a nationwide virtual fun run and a chance for GMA viewers to run, walk, and move together all over the country.
All right.
So is Christian Picos at the front of that whole thing?
I bet he
We
is.
didn't check back in with him in our 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I know.
Disappeared. Well, he actually
Okay.
had to do GMA, I guess. So.
Right.
Oh, okay, got
We
it.
should have put a GoPro on his head.
Oh, that would have been a great idea.
Right?
He was just on GMA, we're hearing. So.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
in fact, I just saw him take off.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are good running weather this morning. Now and then we've had a little sprinkle, but we still have quite a bit of fog in the area right now. Warm day today.
Got it, Tracy. Thank you. So the Illinois High School Musical Theater Awards just wrapped up, and 2 local teens are now Broadway bound for the prestigious Jimmy Awards.
They spoke with our Jose Sanders moments after their big win, now preparing for a life-changing experience in New York.
I'm the king of the world!
Broadway in Chicago presents this showcase every spring. 24 young thespians took center stage last night. The winners, Jamar Houston, who attends the Chicago Academy for the Arts and lives in Humboldt Park, and Sophia Leverett of Frankfort, who will graduate from Providence Catholic High School.
Can you believe what just happened to you?
No, I'm still in shock. I'm still in awe. I was just like, thank you, Jesus. That's all I could say.
I just started crying and jumping up and down and like thanking God.
You have 2 black kids going to represent the state of Illinois.
Yes.
How does that feel to you?
I've never felt more represented, and being able to represent our community is so empowering, and it's just amazing.
It's an unbelievable feeling. It's just so much pride, you know, and seeing my grandson up there. my grandson.
To see the people who are coming around to hug him and embrace him and tell him how great he's doing. I was telling my wife, I said, we got a regular superstar on our hands.
I am just ecstatic. I mean, it's just looking at all the work she's put in for the last 4 years.
Has she always been practicing for this spotlight?
Yes, sir. From day one, this is our problem. They're twins. When they came out the hospital, we went straight to the music. We went straight to the theaters. We walked to the movie theaters with 2 car seats.
Straight from the
hospital and set those 2 seats down with your movie theaters.
You're given an opportunity to do what you love once in a lifetime. And you see the opportunity and you've got to grab it. And by God, me and Jamar have grabbed it. And so it's just fuel for what is to come, and I'm so grateful.
Next stop for our winning theater kids, the Jimmy Awards in New York next month, where they'll get a real taste of Broadway and what it takes to be a showstopper. I'm Jose Sanders, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I'd say they're a showstopper now. Yeah. Thank you, Jose, for introducing us to them. Look at them go. All the kids are so talented. Yeah. Wow. But congratulations to the 2 that are going to move on up to New York.
Gosh, and they can sing. It's awesome. And dance. Yes. Jose's going to be following up with those talented teens as they get ready for their Broadway trip. So we're not done with them just yet.
Good. Yeah, and the Jimmy Awards are next month. So, yeah, we're tied at the hip.
Yeah. And then they have to come here for
exactly. Yes. Before we get out of here this hour, it is Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Oh. Yeah, so butter my biscuit.
Yes.
Have a biscuit. A buttermilk biscuit today. Yeah.
Hey.
All right, that's gonna do it.
Moment on the lips.
Yep. Yeah.
A lifetime on the hips with that buttermilk biscuit.
You ain't lying.
But not those tacos. That's healthy. Oh, some guac over there. Is that green
salsa? That's green salsa, but it has like an avocado.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's like
I
avocado
can smell
salsa.
It. It's fragrant. It's good.
It is amazing. I can't wait to
All right, you eat, I'll read this. That's gonna wrap it up this streaming hour for Tracy and Diana. I'm Val Warner. He's Terrell Brown. He'll be here again at 11 a.m. Thank you for watching Eyewitness News at 7 a.m. for everyone here at ABC 7. Have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Our next live newscast with a taco-less Terrell Brown at 11.
This has been Eyewitness News, streaming at 7. Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:56. I'm Tanya Babich. A 75-year-old man is dead after he was struck on the city's southwest side. Chicago police say the victim was hit near 77th and Western. He rushed to a hospital where he died. Police say they stopped a 29-year-old woman in a silver SUV not far from where the crash happened. She was taken into custody. Charges are now pending. Stay with us. We'll check on weather and traffic for you coming up next.
Did you know GoodRx can help you get a better price on your family's prescriptions?
I just open the app, type in the name of our meds. That's it. Savings on my asthma medication.
All right, round 2, baby, round 2. Oh, yeah.
Savings on my husband's blood pressure refills. And savings on my daughter's allergy pills.
Prescription savings for the whole family.
Have a good one.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
The ABC 7i team, Chicago's investigative leader, Liz Nagy, Mark Rivera, Samantha Chatman, and Jason Knowles. Only on Eyewitness News.
Wake up with ABC 7 Eyewitness News this morning.
When your alarm goes off,
That's when we come online.
we're on.
with what's new this morning.
What's happening now?
And what's next for you, Chicago?
Breaking news you need to know now.
The latest forecast for you
and your family, so you're all ready for the day.
Get what's new now.
And next at 4:30, 5 and 6.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, Chicago.
Eyewitness News Mornings and GMA.
Count on live Doppler 7 Max only on ABC 7 Eyewitness News. The team you trust. Watch Eyewitness News at 4.
Visibility because of the fog there. 64 Cicero, 57 Woodstock, 65 in Joliet. High temperature today up around 80. Diane.
All right, look at big pictures where we start with busy travel times all across the board. We're seeing delays on expressways, on tollways as well. Let's get to a couple of incidents slowing things down. Outbound in the Eisenhower, we've got a stalled vehicle in the right lane. It's near Kedzie, but it's mixed into an already pretty significant morning commute delay. Inbound in the Stevenson at First Avenue, however, we do have a crash here in the left lane, and we're seeing a big delay there. Brakes open as it gets a little closer to the city, picks back up again. About a 45 to 50 minute travel time coming inbound on that Stevenson.
Now at 6, breaking overnight, a deadly gas station shooting, what police say led to the gunfire right in front of a store clerk.
A student was shot near Chicago's Mather High School. CPS and CPD have new steps in place today to make sure students are safe.
Foggy right now, but we'll stay warm for the day. Possible storms could hit the area tonight.
And hopefully the weather holds off for shoppers on Chicago's north side. The Andersonville Farmers Market opens for the season today. It is Wednesday, May 14th.
Live from Chicago, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 6 starts right now.
Good morning. Happy hump day. I'm hydrating now. Because it's 80 degrees, which means somebody's going to be on somebody's patio.
Yep.
Oh,
feet out.
That kind of pre-hydration.
Yes.
I thought you were in for a good workout.
Well, maybe.
Maybe that too.
Whatever you do, it's going to be beautiful later, though, right, Tracy?
Yeah, we'll be in the 80s, mainly this mid-afternoon time frame. This morning, our biggest issue is the fact that we have quite a bit of fog, especially north of the city, where dense fog advisory is in effect. If you're wondering, what's that orange block there? Well, that's something called a special weather statement. Weather Service issued this because it looks like there is some patchy fog out across some of the western suburbs, too. Visibility in Waukegan is terrible right now. The airport's really not a problem there, but notice that visibility around Morris down to 3/4 of a mile. Currently 63 degrees in Bridgeview, 56 Waukegan, 53 at Northerly Island, where at times it's been a little misty. But Diane, sounds like I-55 has been the problem expressway this morning.
At least 3 crashes in the last half hour or so. Most of them now, though, on the shoulder and creating delays, yes, but nothing too terrible. I'll break those down for you in a bit. But first, I got to get to a crash we just had on the Kennedy. So it's mixed into the delay. It's on the outbound side approaching Augusta, and the delay is definitely building. It's about that time of the morning which things tend to get busy on the Kennedy. So here here is a live look right now, and it does look like to me, so they did have at least maybe part of the shoulder blocked here, but it looks like now everything is back open again on the outbound side, right around where that crash is. So as I mentioned, mixed into a quickly building delay on the outbound side, but still less than 45 minutes to get out to the airport. Back to you.
Thank you, Diane. This broke overnight. An argument turned deadly at a gas station. A man was shot in Chicago's Grand Crossing neighborhood. Stephanie Wade is live at the police station on 71st and Cottage with more. Steph.
Tanya, we know this happened around 1:15 this morning, and police are still looking for the gunman at this hour. According to CPD, two people got into an argument at a BP gas station near 75th and Stony in the Grand Crossing neighborhood. That fight turned physical when one of them pulled out a gun and began firing. A 40-year-old man was shot several times. The victim was treated by emergency responders and later died at the University of Chicago hospital. Meanwhile, police say the suspect drove off in a white vehicle. The clerk at the gas station tells us he saw the fight, he's okay, and says surveillance video should have captured the shooting. That might be the best chance at getting an idea of the vehicle police are looking for in connection with the incident. Now, at this point, no one is in custody this morning while Area 1 detectives continue their investigation. Back to you.
Steph, thank you. And there will be more protection and support for students today at Mather High School on Chicago's north side. New Citizen app video shows people running away after a 17-year-old student was shot near campus yesterday afternoon. Police say the teen was inside of a car when someone walked up with a gun. The CPS crisis team will be at the school today, and police officers plan to be at the school when students are dismissed for the rest of the week. Police are still looking for the suspect. That teen who was shot is expected to be okay.
3 past the hour, President Trump is in Qatar this morning, his second stop on a 4-day trip to the Middle East. Trump just wrapped up a meeting with Syria's president. He urged that country to repair its relationship with Israel. Comes a day after the president announced an end to the sanctions against Syria. They were put in place during the Assad regime that has since fallen apart.
The Milwaukee judge accused of helping a man to evade federal immigration officers has been indicted. Judge Hannah Dugan is scheduled to enter a plea tomorrow. She was arrested last month and charged with 2 counts of obstruction. Dugan faces up to 6 years in prison if she's convicted on both counts.
State Senator Napoleon Harris will be sworn in next week as Thornton Township Supervisor. He replaces Tiffany Henyard, who was a no-show at last night's board meeting. It would have been her final meeting as Township Supervisor. Trustee Chris Gonzalez says he looks forward to better serving residents.
John Lash has been officially sworn in as Aurora's 60th mayor. He shared his vision and plans for Aurora during his first address as mayor, and he didn't sugarcoat much. Says his top priority is getting the city's financial situation in order, which likely includes raising taxes.
On top of the hundreds of millions of dollars of existing debt, probably means that we're going to have to take out a series of bonds in the upcoming year as we prepare for the 2026 budget, which means that we're probably, as a city, going to face yet another property tax increase. I don't see a way around it.
The new city council was also sworn in last night.
Evanston Mayor Daniel Biss delivers his annual State of the City address today, planning to focus on city initiatives and accomplishments from the past year. His address begins at 4 this afternoon at Evanston Space.
The Andersonville Farmers Market kicks off its 16th season this afternoon. It's in a new location on Winona between Clark and Ashland. The market runs from 3 to 7 p.m. on Wednesdays through October 22nd.
All right.
Farmers Market season is here.
Yeah.